Hey guys, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I'm your host, BitBoy. Thank you so much for watching. Today, we're going to actually be talking about India. We're going to be talking about a new coin on Coinbase. We're going to be talking about Decred, and we're going to be looking at the future prospects of Bakkt. But before we go any further, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. All you got to do, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and boom, just like that, you're in the Bit Squad. Then you have the opportunity to enter many of our great contests. Right now, we're doing $500 in Ethereum and merch for October, November. Comment and like on every video in between October and November to get your maximum number of entries. Also, we're actually doing a contest on Twitter. You can check my Twitter at bitboy_hodl, and there you can find my pinned message, and we are actually doing a giveaway. We're giving away a Nano Ledger, 3,000 DigiBytes, and 2 Litecoins for the grand prize winner. So you want to head on over there and check it out as well. And if you're not following me on Twitter, what are you even doing? I don't even get it. So, all right, guys, let's jump in. Let's look at the markets. The markets right now are 212 billion. It just feels like we've really been stuck in between 200 and 220 for quite a while now. When it dips down real low, it gets down right below 200. Then we'll get a spike and we'll go back up around 220. And it's just like, what do they say? Like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting to get a different result. Well, with the current market, we just keep getting the same results over and over and over again. We might have a coin like ZRX, we'll talk about in a little bit, that pumps today, and then it'll come back down to earth. Until we can get the momentum of the markets to really start moving upwards, I really don't expect any coin to really be performing that well over the long term. So, okay, let's look at the markets. Right now, Bitcoin down just a smidgen. This is a perfect example. Like, look at the last 24 hours. It's down 0.02%. It moved 1/50th of 1% over the last 24 hours. So, and of course, it may have had a little bit more fluctuation. That's just where it is right now. But that kind of really puts the markets into perspective for me. So we look at the biggest gainers of the day in the top 100. We have Elastos, which we'll be doing an update video on here pretty soon on the channel within the next week. But ZRX is the big winner of the day, up 17%. The reason why? Well, pretty simple. It is now on Coinbase. It is on my app right now. I can pull it up on my phone, and I can actually buy ZRX through Coinbase. So pretty exciting. I remember a day several months ago where I thought that would just bust the markets open, but it's pumped 20%. But like I said earlier, it's probably going to go back down. It is not a good time to FOMO into ZRX, in my opinion, because we see this with different coins. They might have some reason why they get a great pump, and then all of a sudden, they just slowly come back down to earth. So right now, let's see where it is on CoinMarketCap. It did move up to number 23. But we've seen this before. ZRX has been flirting around with anywhere between 20 and 28, really for months now. It just can't seem to break up. I would like to see it get up in the top 10, but it seems like a pretty far stretch at this moment. And another thing that kind of puts things, in a negative light here is we waited so long for Coinbase to put on Ethereum Classic, for them to put ZRX, and now it's not going to be long before they put on Basic Attention Token, and then probably Cardano and Stellar after that. So now we're going to get a lot of coins on Coinbase, which is good, but one of the beautiful things about Litecoin and Ethereum, when they were on Coinbase, it caused them to go up so much, there just weren't any other coins on there. At one time, it was just Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So there were so many opportunities for people to buy those coins and pump them. But now there are going to be so many different choices here in the near future that, yes, I believe the coins that are on Coinbase will do better than ones that are not on Coinbase. But I don't think we're going to see anything again in the near term like what we saw with the rise of Litecoin and Ethereum once they got on Coinbase. And of course, like with Litecoin, it didn't go up immediately, but it started the upward climb. And of course, we know it was around, I believe $370 last year was the high. I can't remember exactly what the high was, but that's what's going on with ZRX. So, okay, then we have Decred. So Decred is turning its entire $21 million crypto treasury over to investors. So this is pretty cool. They call it, let's see here. As CoinDesk previously reported, Politia, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I may be looking like a dummy. I wish I knew how to pronounce that. It's Politeia. Seems like it's probably a Greek word, hence the Greek sculpture in the background there, or building. So Politia built on Decred's existing approach of combining proof of work and proof of stake consensus by attempting to turn over all governance decisions to those actively participating in the operation of its protocol at the time of any given decision. And we had Marco from Decred on, I can't remember his exact position, but we had him on for an interview about probably 6 weeks ago. And, he's very big, like, this is the direction of Decred. It's all community-based. They want the community doing the governance, and I think that's really good. There is a company, is it Company Zero, I think, is the company. I can't remember exactly which company it is. I don't know a lot of stuff today. But basically, there was a company, and there still is a company kind of behind it at some point. I think they're even trying to get rid of titles and all kinds of stuff. But it is a community-based project, and this was a big step for them, being able to fulfill their vision for what they want Decred to be. I like Decred personally. I really like Marco. I like the direction it's going in and things like that. So, we'll just have to see what kind of progress a community-driven organization in crypto is going to be able to produce. So here we go. We have a story about Bakkt, and I thought this was pretty good. Crypto Revolution matches early 2000s energy market. That is the title. But I really want to move down here to where the COO, Kelly Loeffler, that's her right there, she says, and this is very interesting, the digital market is fragmented like the energy market in the early 2000s. ICE was the pioneer, that's the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange or is behind it, attracting more and more institutions to trade energy, which is what created today's liquid market. Now, that's a very interesting part. We're about to see a revolution on the same scale in cryptocurrencies. And now for us investors, we've been sitting on the sideline and we've been waiting to see what is Bakkt going to look like? What is this going to do for the markets? And a lot of people predicted that this is going to be the start of the bull run, or at least us making progress, moving towards a bull run. And kind of once Bakkt comes out, a lot of people think we've probably bottomed out. Not everyone shares that opinion, but most people I feel like do. And so for us, like, we're kind of like waiting on it like it's the next thing, like it's the next Chinese New Year. It's the next, Wall Street bankers get their bonuses. It's the next tax season, whatever the hopium that people have believed in. Bakkt is the next hopium. And so we're all kind of sitting here on the sidelines like, is this it? Is this going to come out? Is it going to be helpful? Is it going to make the markets go forward? And it's good to know that the leadership behind Bakkt is saying such bold statements like we're about to see a revolution on the same scale in cryptocurrencies, referring to the revolution with the energy markets. So it's exciting to see that they're behind this project. They're excited. They know what is coming, or at least their vision for what they want to produce. And so that makes me feel pretty good that maybe we might get some movement in the future. Or at least maybe sooner than later. So as you guys know, India technically has banned crypto. The RBI, which is the central bank of India, they've said that they are not for cryptocurrencies and it is banned. And yet, look, here is an ATM in India. So this just really goes to show, this is something that unfortunately I haven't had the chance to travel to some of the other places, like my friend Crypto Shil Nye, or even the clear and present danger Chico Crypto went over to Asia and met with Elastos. My friend Crypto Beatles, he's traveling to all these countries. I haven't had the opportunity yet. I'm getting my passport ready and hoping that in the near future, maybe the beginning of the year in 2019, I might be able to start doing some international travel. But really excited to go to these other places. But what I hear from all these people is the same. They come back and they say, as Americans here in our little sheltered giant island over here in between the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean, we don't really know what's going on in these other countries. We get mainstream media news, fake news, as you guys know I like to call it. But there's also a mainstream crypto news that we're getting, and part of it is FUD, part of it's real. The truth is somewhere in the middle there. But when we hear from these countries like they're banned, I think most Americans that are in crypto probably have this idea like, they can't buy crypto over there. But yet here we have India with an ATM right there. It looks like in a mall where you can go and buy crypto. And supposedly, I believe you can actually buy it with fiat there at the ATM, put it in, buy it. It's not just where you can pull out from your account. I do not believe. So, we just got to really have a better perspective of what's going on in the rest of the world. And the way I look at it is like this. It's like there's a bubbling, there's like a bubbling, like things are moving under the surface. Not just here in America, in Asia, in India, which technically I'm not sure is it is Asia, I guess. But I don't know. India kind of people look at as almost its own thing, I guess. But you have that going on there. You have all kinds of different stuff happening in Europe. Like, you've just got this bubbling, like you can feel the swell of where crypto is going, in my opinion. And then sometimes I still meet people or talk to people who are like, oh yeah, that's not going to last. It's just hard for me to see it because all across the world, we're seeing this bubbling of people getting excited about cryptocurrency. Yes, it's not right now resulting in the markets rising. But I believe this bubbling up and this anticipation from people to see what's next for cryptocurrency is going to result in a great run when we finally do have it. So that's all the news. That's all I want to talk about tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to watch our last video, our Beers and Bitcoins podcast. You can also find that on iTunes and on SoundCloud. Don't forget to go rate us there. Don't forget to go on Twitter and enter our contest. That's all I got tonight, guys. Until next time, BitBoy out.